Okay, we recently may have noticed that there is a campaign, there is advertisement that companies have established, private companies, who say that we take the prescription that you want to be repeated from the pharmacy, your NHS, National Health Service, prescriptions for you if you want to repeat, and deliver it to you for free. It looks good on the surface, but there is a reason that it is like that. First, let me play the advert, then I will say what they will do.
I don't bother picking up my repeat NHS prescription. My work means I'm constantly away. I don't get time to pick up my NHS repeat prescription.
Get your NHS repeat prescription without leaving home. Register now with Pharmacy to You. We request your prescription from your GP, who sends it electronically. It's checked by our pharmacists before it's dispensed and then delivered to you free of charge by the Royal Mail. Register at pharmacytoyou.co.uk/NHS.
It makes
you.co.uk/NHS.
it makes sense. It makes sense. So,
Yeah, it makes sense. These are private companies. They don't charge you in the surface initially, probably. But what they do, they charge the NHS for that. NHS means National Health Service. British taxpayer have paid for that. When they ask for the paying of the prescription, repeat by you, they're actually charging you for that as a British citizen. Another thing is that pharmacies and NHS actually have that free service for you. These private companies are established for milking the NHS, like the prisons in America that are established privately, they milk their state. Schools that are established privately, but they're taking the public fund. In America, also, they're trying to do it here. They use public fund, but they use for private endeavors. At the end of the day, these private companies are international, probably. They work internationally. They take your data, the kind of medicine you use, your medical history. They sell it to any company that wants to buy it in the UK, in the EU, and in America, especially when the laws of the EU don't apply to them. They will sell it to Americans. America has the worst system of the health service in the world. I don't think even a third world country has that system. If you are poor, you are nothing. In Britain, even the richest people use the NHS because it's free. Everybody pays for that. We don't have that problem that for a toothache, people go to pull out the tooth themselves because they cannot afford it, or go for the cancer treatment, go privately or somewhere that they can, or die because of that because they cannot do anything for it. In America, such things happens. In Britain, we don't have that system. They sell your data to American companies, and eventually, I'm telling you, the government of our country, unfortunately, and under conservatives, is gradually chipping out NHS, but profitable parts of the NHS services, just selling it to the private sector. These private sectors are not British, most of them. They are based in the foreign lands, especially connected to Americans. Americans print money and buy these things all around the world. US dollar is just a greenback paper. And they print a lot of that, and they have a lot of that, and they buy anything profitable in the world. Here, NHS has profitable services that they can make money themselves on it, but the government sells them to the Americans and other cronies that they have. So by giving your pharmacy repeats to these private companies, you're actually you're giving consent that they sell your data. Think about it. Sooner or later, the part of the service will be pay. Part of the insurance services will be pay service. Is no longer private, public. Will be private, and all your data is already with them. They have sold. You have given consent by using this kind of services to give it to the Americans. They will establish the same crappy system of the health service that they have there in Britain. People will die here. I hope you will not be one of them.